Brothers and sisters, it's the fourth Sunday of Lent, the Sunday of joy, the Tare. In many of our churches, the priests wear pink to symbolize and show that we are in a time of joy, awaiting already the closeness of God. And in the Gospel, we have four main images in the difficult Gospel. We have the serpent and the cross. We have light and darkness. And we have the Lord saying that God came with His love into the world, but we chose not to listen. We chose not to take heart. We chose rather to go our ways than His ways. But at the same time, He says, true happiness, the light, the truth, will come out only in our good deeds. When we go according to the will of God and not according to our own will. And notice that even the judgment that's being presented in today's gospel isn't so much God judging us unworthy of Himself, God sending down something bad upon us, but He says we do it to ourselves. And notice, very often, that's exactly what happens. If something bad happens to us, especially in our social, communal basis, it's because we forgot deep down about our vocation, about who we are to be. We chose selfishness, pride, everything else beyond God. And God says if you do that, if you go against your true nature, your true identity, you might say, as children of God, sooner or later, you will also lose happiness. You'll also fall into every other promise of happiness that we ourselves give ourselves, but that becomes in the long run our addiction, our imprisonment to sin, our going away and straying away from each other, and then we start seeing each other as enemies. God reminds us in this past midpoint of Lent that it is in fulfilling God's love, in fulfilling His will, that we truly become children of the light, that we truly become those who God destined us to be. It's also a time to ask ourselves, how did I use the first half of Lent? Not to give up and not to say maybe next year, but to try even harder. Even start it now if you haven't started. Give yourselves a new resolution that will actually work and will prepare you for Easter. I wish you a blessed fourth Sunday of Lent, and God bless.